Hi my muddy people, welcome back. I'm Nat at Mud Magic. Thank you for joining me again for what I hope is a fun session on Stevie the Wonder Wheel today. So I have decided to take up the pottery throwdown challenge and throw, or backwards, blindfolded with my watermelon blindfold. So this should be a bit of fun. So I've got a couple of little tools there that I don't even know I'm going to need, like ribs and stuff. I've got my water and my sponges ready, and I have 400-gram balls of clay ready. The clay is brand new. Yesterday I got 25 new bags of clay, so it's a bit soft. So I'll see how I go because it's hard to throw with soft as it is, let alone blindfolded. So I've never done this before, so it feels really weird putting a blindfold on in front of you guys, but I'm just going to try and do this how I would normally do it. So I promise I can't see a thing, but it's weird, I've still got my eyes open. I can't close my eyes. Okay, so, alright. Oh, helps if I wet my hands. So. Okay. So, I'm just gonna try and do what I normally would do, I guess. Just start with a cylinder. Well, start by trying to center it. Oh, that is so weird. It feels like the wheel is going really, really slow. Like you could tell me that was broken and that's full speed. That is so weird. That feels so wrong. Okay. I don't know. Feels right to me, but because it already feels like it's going slow, I don't want to, oh, that's really offset up. Let's see if I can pull it back in. How I normally would. Don't know. I don't want to take my foot off the speed because it feels like it's already going so slow. But, just see what happens, right? Now, because it's such soft clay, I don't want to put too much pressure on it because it's already so soft. So I don't know. This feels really weird. It feels like it wants to come out already, like as though I've got the wheel spinning too fast, and maybe I do. I don't know, it's hard to tell. It feels like it's hardly moving at all. Isn't that funny? So did I say 700-gram balls, in case you're wondering? I just thought that's about my standard for a mug. So I'll just use my standard amount, and that's really come out. You could feel that one. Go back in. Do what we should make. Maybe I'll try making a bud vase and really bringing the top in, because this feels like it's a really small cylinder. I don't know if it is or not, but it feels like it is. Don't know. Okay. Oh. Let's just go for it, right? It's not a bud vase. Bring it back in because it feels like there's so much clay in the bottom, but you know, it doesn't matter. Just a bit of fun for this exercise. It doesn't matter. I've probably got heaps of water inside too. Oh, that feels so wrong. Okay. So it feels like I've already got a little bit of a bulge down there, but it feels like it's too high. So let's just try. I feel like there must be heaps of water inside, but I don't want to ruin it too much shoving my hand in there. Yeah, it feels like there is. Go back in the wall. So I'm going to try and shape it this time. And bring some more of that clay up. Okay. Whoa! That actually could look pretty on a vase. I don't know what it looks like, but it could look pretty. You can always cut it off, right? Cut it off blindfolded. Interesting. Is that too bubbled at the bottom? Too much of a belly? Don't know. Oh, that feels really weird. Feels really messy under here too. I don't think I can get back down there. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. I can fix that at trimming if it's good enough. It doesn't feel like it's good enough. Let's try, seeing as I said we're gonna just try and do a few little different things, pulling this neck up a bit more because it feels way too short. Did it even go up? Don't know, I can't tell. Oh, so funny. Alright, and then we just flare the top out a little bit. Okay, number one done. Let's try and get the water off. Okay, now I've got to try and find, there it is, there's a little indent. Oh no, I think that's the hole for the bat pin. There should be a hole somewhere. There it is, to get the bat off, but I really need a tool. I have got this. Okay, and then I've got to find my shelf without knocking the top of it because I don't know how tall it is as to whether it will even fit. So it might have just not, it might have hit, I don't know. Squish it in there. Okay, now we need another bat. Now my bats have got a little cutout bit. I don't even know where the camera is. They've got a little cutout bit here that goes into that indented area. So hopefully I can get my bat to fit. Which I can. Yay. Okay. And then right, what I'd really like to try and do is a mug. So let's try and repeat that process. I think the hardest thing I'm finding is slowing down because even this is full speed. It feels so slow. So it feels like I don't want to slow down when I pull the walls up, but I know I have to, which is really weird. But at least the clay being softer, it is easier to do this part, and well, technically it's easier to center. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it. So with that one, I think I didn't pull it out far enough. Inside. Doesn't want to center. See, I jinxed it. Feels a bit better. Just okay. That feels really wide for a mug. Maybe that's meant to be a bowl. Oh well, I can always bring it back in. But then maybe that's another sensory thing. Maybe that's why the bud vase ended up being smaller inside, because it feels like you've pulled it out further than you have. Maybe. Alright, take off some speed. Pull inwards. I I think it's I don't want to use the word easier, but it's probably a little bit easier here than on that throwdown show, because everything is like the distance that I'm used to being. Not that I'm saying I'm doing it any good, but like you can tell, I just went like that. You probably can think I can see because I just put my hand straight in my water without thinking. It's like second nature, but it's because it's exactly where it always is, being that it's in my wheel. It can never be any different distance. So I guess that's interesting too, that my hands just know that that's where my bucket is. Whereas if you went on the pottery throwdown and all of a sudden you're at a different wheel, a different table, a different distance, it'd be a lot harder, I imagine. It's my theory. But it is interesting to me to know that I would just, well, my natural instinct knows where that bucket is. My reflexes, whatever you want to call it, muscle memory, whatever, knows where that bucket of water is and where the clay is, where that table is. Because it's attached to my wheel, it's always the same distance. It's a little bit dry in the bottom, but I don't want to squeeze too much water in there. Can't wait to see what I've done. It's hard to tell too how many times to keep pulling and how much height I've actually got. It's really hard. I suppose I can tell because I can still get my hands, when I'm pulling something big, I've got to put my thumb inside too, so I guess that's another way. So let's make a nice big bellied mug. Maybe I'll turn it into one of Karen's bum mugs that she likes. Well, I don't know if she likes them, but she named them. My bum mugs. It feels too, what's the word, like pointy. Although I could then turn it into a UFO mug, but I don't think I'll risk trying to do that blindfolded. But I might round it a bit more. Put a little lip. Did that work? Come on, tell me, did that work? Okay, so I did say I was going to try and chamois. Where's my chamois? There it is. Try and chamois the rim for you. Now I can't tell at all where the piece is. Oh, that feels so weird. That'll do. Oh, okay. Try and make that lip a little bit thinner. Okay. Don't know why I'm trying to get it nice, because it probably looks atrocious. I think it's coming out too quickly there. I think it needs to be just out at the top. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's a second piece. And no, I'm not wiring them off and I'm not trimming the bottom. I have a line. I'll draw a line. Okay, so where is a cutout again? Probably gone past it a million times. There it is. And where did I put that tool? Oh, that's my rib. I don't want my rib. There it is. Oh, I put it back where I got it from. That's a miracle. Maybe being blindfolded does that to me. I put things away. Right, shelf. Where's my other piece? Don't want to bash my other piece. So you can go there. Okay, number 2 done. I'll just do one more, I think. I'll just try and do a bowl. That will be interesting. Okay, so get my little cutout bit on my back. Cutout bit here. And Okay, maybe not. Oh, that's the other side will work too. Okay, that should. Ah, there we go. Got it. Okay. Oh, sorry, my nose is wrong. All right. And then another. It's only obviously going to be a small bowl, being 700 grams. Well, I could always try and throw bigger. Hey, how about we throw both balls at once? Want to do that? Let's do that. Where's the other one? I think there's one more left, yep. Alright, let's try and do that. This will be interesting. 1.4 kilos. What's that about? I think that's about 3 pounds. But you know, I always say I love throwing bigger, not that this is big. 3 pounds, 1.4 kilos, it's not very big. But already it feels to me easier because I can be stronger with it, with the little pieces, especially when it's soft. You've got to be so gentle when you're trying to do things like centering it. You can't really push it around, or you end up pushing it off center when it's that soft. Alright, so I can't really tell how big I want this space. Oh, actually I can't go beyond the bat anyway. Let's bring it in a little bit. Okay. Feels about right. So I might use my sponge again this time. Oh, it feels wobbly already. Oh, this is going to be interesting. That's alright, I can reclaim it. See, now it doesn't feel like a very big base. That's alright, it can be a tall, thin bowl. Maybe I'll do a bowl. One of the tall bowls I've been working on lately because the gallery asked me to do some carved pieces. So to do carved bowls, you need to have high-sided bowls so that you can see the carving. Otherwise, what's the point, right? So maybe I'll do that. Mind you, it's 1.4 kilos, which is the perfect amount of clay that I use for my ramen bowls, so maybe I'll just make a ramen bowl. Well, not that I'm thinking I'm going to get anything out of this to keep, but if I can salvage it, I do need more ramen bowls, so you never know. You never know your luck. Feels like there's a pinhole, but I wouldn't have a clue where to start without being able to see it on how to get rid of it. It felt like that went out a fair bit. When you're throwing, as I say, not that this is large, but just a tip, when you are throwing large, don't let your clay win. Keep it going inwards or you'll really, 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 really regret it. That's it, really feels like I'm gonna try. Oh, there goes my rib. That's okay, I didn't need that anyway. I'm gonna try, there it is. Pop it. I think that was it. Don't know. Okay. Just because of how big it was. Might as well try and get rid of it. Alright, let's get some of the weight up. Walls feel really thick. See, I'm pushing with so much more force on this piece because it's more clay, it's thicker walls. I feel like I can do that without it just falling, flopping. But I don't feel like I have a big enough base for a bowl. That's why my walls are getting, for 1.4 kilos, quite tall, because my base is small. That's okay, doesn't matter, blindfolded. I'd like to tell you this is fun, but no. No, don't like this. And again, I feel like I'm going way too slow, and maybe I am. Maybe you're looking at your TVs and phones and iPads and things and screaming, going, no, you're going too slow. Or you're going too fast. No, I don't think it's too fast. Well, I don't know, I can't tell. Oh, so want to take this blindfold off right now and shape it nicely. Oh dear. Alright. I think, let me have a feel of the walls, but I think I'm up to shaping it now. I'll probably do one more pull. Feels a bit thicker down the bottom. Maybe I'll shape it while I'm pulling it. This is where, being blindfolded, I'm going to lose it because you can't see if it starts to buckle or whatever. I can't see, or where my angle is here that I can come out to, because with bowls you don't want to come out too far and up, or the whole thing will just collapse, which very well might just be about to happen. So if I feel where my foot is and I try and come out from that at an angle, not too far, and then up like that. And then the only thing I can do is feel what I think it feels like, apart from feeling very dry, which is not helping. So normally this would be the point where I would get my rib, but I dropped it on the floor, I just realised. It's really dry in there, I don't know why. Okay, so I think I'll push that out a bit, and then I think that could come out there a bit. I don't normally shape like this, but normally my rib would be doing what my hand is doing and holding the curved kind of shape, so hopefully that will help. See, I've never done it like this with a bowl, but obviously with the sensory perception of touch, my brain is saying do it that way. Let's fold the rim out a bit. Inside feels bowlish. Cool. Okay, so I think I'm done. I'm gonna call it a pot. That's what my teacher used to always say, know when to call it a pot. Okay, I'm calling it a pot. Done. So I'm done. Oh, that means I can take the blindfold off and look at the disasters I've just made. I don't want to, I'm scared now. I don't want to put it on now, I don't want to take it off. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's a better bowl than I thought it even was. Look at me. Wow. Can you even see? Have I got you at the right angle? Oh wow, that actually is a really nice shaped bowl. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Wow. And then that will actually make a nice this nice and thin. Wow. And that's actually a nice, I could turn that into an oil pourer. Little vase. Yay me! Oh my gosh, I swear that's the first time I've done that. The rim of that one's a bit wonky, but that's okay. Oh, yay. Ah, you can see by the grin on my face. I really was not expecting to look down and see that. I thought it was going to be all wonky and wobbly and ugly. Oh, my hair. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm going to keep that bowl. I love that bowl, and I can carve it too because it's high-sided, so I might even carve it. So yay! So thank you very much for joining. You'll have to stay tuned and see them come through on the kiln unload eventually. If I remember, I'll say which pieces they are, but I never do bud vases, so I might leave it as a vase and then you guys will know. So thank you very much for joining. Stay muddy and have a magic day. Bye.